just thinking. So for the math lesson today, I want to show you how to convert a decimal into a fraction into a decimal. First, let's start off with a decimal into a fraction. So if I have 4.2, right? Now, that 2 is in the tenths place, okay? So that means I can rewrite this. Since it's in the tenths place, I can go 4, 2 over whatever place that's in. That's in the tenths, right? So now I have a mixed number. I'm sure a lot of us don't remember how to turn a mixed number into a fraction, an improper fraction, shall I say. Now, what you want to do is you want to multiply the denominator by the whole number. Then you want to, whatever you get, you want to add that to it. So we're going to go 4 times 10, which is 40, plus 2. And then we're going to put that over the denominator, and our denominator was 10. So we end up getting 42 over 10, right? So now that is our decimal into a fraction, but we want to reduce. Remember my last video, I showed you how to reduce. Now, again, we can reduce by the least common multiple, but I know that's harder for most people. Let's look at it. We have even numbers, so that means that 2 can go in, okay? And so we end up getting, what's 42 divided by 2? That's 21. And then 10 divided by 2 is 5. And that would be our answer to converting a decimal into a fraction. Now, this is an improper fraction, right? So now what if we wanted to turn this improper fraction into a mixed number? In order to do that, you take the denominator, right, and see how many times it goes into the numerator. So we want to go 21 divided by 5. That gives us 4 with the remainder, right? The remainder is going to be 1. So now what you do is you take the whole number and then you take the remainder and you put it over whatever the denominator was. And the denominator was 5. So this goes over 5. And that's how you turn that into a mixed number. Okay? So we went from a decimal to a fraction, from an improper fraction to a mixed number. So now what we want to do is we want to go from a fraction to a decimal. So if I go 3 over 5, I want to turn this fraction into a decimal. Well, what I need to do is I need to take the denominator and divide it into the numerator. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to have 5 divided into 3. Now, everybody's going to say, well, we know that 5 cannot go into 3. Well, this is where the trick comes in. You put a decimal here, a decimal up there, and add a 0. So 0 goes here in front, and now it's really 5 going into 30. And how many times can 5 go into 30? 6 times. Boom. So bring 6 times 5 down, which is 30. 30 minus 30 is 0, so there's no remainder. And your answer is 0.6. So that is how you turn a fraction into a decimal. And if this helped you, please like it. Subscribe to my channel here at Just Thinking. And that's all we'll be doing is a lot of thinking. I may think with words. I may think with mathematics. You never know. But like, subscribe, click that notification bell. I thank you for joining me. God bless.